If your kid hits a teacher, you may go to jail under Georgia's Parent Accountability Act, proposed by Teachers Union. This is a terrible idea. What if you got a single parent with multiple kids, which is normal, and their child go and fights a teacher? Send mom to jail. Now who's gonna take care of the kids? What, the state? Hell, they don't even want to give you food stamps. I don't know who came up with this, but this is terrible. Now we're criminalizing parents.
Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown.
Some people stand up and rise. Some people sit and cry.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail, man. More importantly, you saw the clip, man. I kind of, hey. If they came up with this law, I mean, I'm like the people in the comment section at this point. Like, you worried about what happens if the parents go to jail. Listen, y'all got to get these schools in line, man. Because how about these kids stop putting their hands on teachers? You know what? We could skip this. We don't even have to go all the way to proposing the Parent Accountability Act. We could just call it the Teachers Gonna Whip Your Ass Act. See, look, a lot of y'all don't want to hear this, but y'all handcuff the teachers. If the teachers could beat these kids' ass, you wouldn't have these problems. But what they said, teachers, you can't beat these kids' ass. And then, oh, that's my baby, blah, blah, blah. Even though your baby bad as hell, right? And then, the parents, don't nobody need to touch my kid. Okay. Now your kid in the school cutting up, right? And can't nobody do nothing to him. Well, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. How about that? Because you got to understand, parents do, like, they get like tickets and whatnot, and can be put in jail if the kid is too bad and truancy and all the other stuff already. But hey, and now it's an incentive for you to tell your kid, hey, if you do something to get me locked up, I'm gonna kill you when I get out. Oh, no, don't worry about it. You ain't got to worry about it, education. You ain't got to worry about staying somewhere. Oh yeah, you're gonna be homeless. Now the other part is part of this is a parenting situation. Because kid get the parent locked up, you know, you might have to live with the other parent now. That's a whole nother thing, right? You lose custody that way. So the school don't want that problem either, right? But and it's a bunch of black people, so I guess there's a racial component because you're like only the black kids gonna go to jail, and I can see that because I can I can see the people in the comments usual suspects. Yeah, but when it's a school shooter, y'all gonna act completely different though. They be like, well, parents got to go to jail. It's a school shooter. They got to do life. Wait a minute. Billy's a good kid. He was troubled. No. If they going to jail for fighting teachers, they got to go to jail for shooting school up. I'm sorry. That's just they got to go with it. But this is a manners thing, man. This is a thing where y'all let people do so much and get away with so much to the point where you ruin the educational system. You ruin teacher safety. Teachers got their orbital bones broke, their legs broke. Teachers got beat up, and everybody and these kids run around with a camera phone filming a teacher getting jumped by kids or beat up by kids, and it's all entertainment. But I go back to the other story. He knocked their ass out. You wouldn't have these problems. Somebody got to pay for it. The people are getting tired of these kids wilding out. And here's the other thing. A lot of a lot of this stuff really stems from the fact that you gave people free reign to do whatever they want to do with no consequence. And these kids don't really act like that with adults in public. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're in the school acting like that with teachers. They get out of school, they're not acting like that with adults when they in a neighborhood. They're not, even when adults come to like the functions at the school, say the football game, basketball game, track meet. They're not over there. They're not doing that. They're not just getting in adults' faces and talking crazy. No, because they gonna get the shit kicked out of them. So somebody has to pay at some point. Somebody has to pay. And like I said before, it's a manners, it's a respect thing. I think once y'all took consequences out of the schools, you know, it went downhill. And I can go back to the grading system. Once y'all kept passing people, no matter if they passed or failed, it went downhill. And and think about it, this is proposed by the teachers union because the teachers y'all tied their hands behind their back. what else we gonna do? You know, they just supposed to get slapped around, right? No, they not. And this dude want to enable everybody. What happens if it's a single mother and that's our goddamn problem. It sucks to say that though, but there comes a point where because some of these kids are doing this stuff on purpose, knowing that there's nobody to answer to. But you get your parent locked up and they lose their job and y'all wind up homeless because of their actions. Oh, I promise you, it's gonna be a beef for life. For life, to get parent to child, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, and some of y'all shouldn't be that damn stupid. Like some of y'all, they should have these kids thinking this out before it happens. Like, hey, and a part of my gut don't feel good saying this, but because it's one of those things where if you don't do something like this, the kids got to talk to the parents like, hey man, if you get me in trouble behind your situation, we gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a real problem. And they like, should the state take the kids or this, that, and the third? The state ain't gonna take these kids because they gotta go to the parents first. But the other thing about that is you gave children too much power. You gave their parents too much power. And what are you going to do to rein it in? Because even though the guy doesn't like it, what's your solution on reining this in? You get what I'm saying? What is your solution to say, okay, well, because y'all suspending them, but they coming back to school. Y'all not really expelling them for the most part. Kids going to alternative school if they get expelled, but you know, y'all really not. Y'all might expel the boys, but y'all really not expelling the girls when they do it. So you have that type of issue. You might expel one race, but don't expel the other when they do it. It's a what do you call it? It's a crapshoot on consequences, but we know where the crapshoot leans. Always bet on black, but that's roulette though. But when teachers feel like, hey man, we getting overworked, we getting underpaid, we getting assaulted, we getting unappreciated, and we're not even safe. Okay, so we're gonna do something different. We're gonna do something different. And then when you at that point where you got to do something different, it's like, how can I put this? Would you rather have a teachers union proposing this or no teachers at all? Because you're gonna have to do something to protect your teachers. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna have to do something to protect them. So if you don't, you won't have any. And that's part of, that's part of the teachers quitting in the first place. That's also a safety issue. It's also a safety issue. So you can't protect them. You don't want to pay them properly. And you want to go, hey man, the parents shouldn't get in trouble. Teachers shouldn't get in trouble neither for defending themselves. You know, you want these teachers' families to step in? That's what you want. You know, this kid hit my, sister or brother or aunt or uncle. Okay, cool. And the parents ain't gonna do nothing cool. Don't worry. You want the family to step in? What's the little kid name? What's their address? As soon as they get off the bus, lumped up, lumped up. What happened? I don't know what happened to Junior. Should have kept your hands to yourself. You want to hit grown folks? Not grown folks gonna hit you. Y'all don't want that kind of problem. So you better do something because the public is like, hey, sound good to me. That's just what it is. So it might be controversial. You tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna tell you that.